Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The United Arab Emirates has announced its decision to withdraw from the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, effective May 1, ending 6 decades of membership. This move, reported by Zio Shabah, represents a significant setback for the group, raising critical questions about its future stability and influence. The withdrawal comes as the global oil industry grapples with severe supply disruptions triggered by the ongoing Iran war. Furthermore, the decision is seen as the culmination of years of escalating tensions between the UAE and OPEC's de facto leader, Saudi Arabia. These long-standing disputes have centered on disagreements over oil output policies and fierce competition for regional political dominance. UAE Energy Minister Suhail al-Mazrouei indicated in an interview that the turmoil created by the Iran war provided a timely opportunity for the nation to proceed with its departure after a thorough review of its strategic options. Indonesia and Japan officially signed a defense cooperation agreement in Jakarta on Monday, May 5, 2026. As reported by Japan Today, the agreement encompasses broad areas including cooperation in the defense industry, human resource development, and disaster mitigation measures. Indonesian Defense Minister Syafri Syamsuedi and his Japanese counterpart Shinjiro Koizumi formalized the deal. Minister Syafri highlighted the mutual agreement to promote substantive cooperation while respecting national interests. Koizumi characterized the agreement as a constance and a crucial milestone that will guide future defense collaboration between the two nations. While specific details of cooperation were not elaborated upon, the ministers also discussed maritime security, joint military exercises, and military hardware and defense technology. This comes after Japan recently lifted a ban on overseas arms sales. Koizumi emphasized that deepening defense cooperation between Japan and Indonesia is expected to make a significant contribution to regional and international peace and stability, particularly amidst an increasingly complex global situation, citing Iran as an example. According to the Epoch Times, U.S. President Trump signed an executive order on Friday, May 1st, implementing a new round of economic sanctions against Cuba's communist regime. This action, based on the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEAPA, expands existing sanctions to target individuals and entities involved in supporting Cuba's security agencies, corruption, or serious human rights abuses, as well as financial institutions that transact with them. Experts believe these broad sanctions could compel international companies, such as Turkey's Karpowership and Canada's Sherritt International, to withdraw from the island, thereby accelerating the regime's downfall. The White House emphasizes that Cuba's collaboration with adversarial nations like the CCP, Iran, and Russia, less than 100 miles from U.S. soil, poses a significant national security threat. Cuba's reliance on imported energy, especially after Venezuela's regime change and U.S. restrictions on oil exports to Cuba, has already led to severe power outages and public protests, further weakening the communist government. U.S. officials have urged Cuba to undertake critical U.S.-backed reforms, warning of an irreversible decline, while Cuban President Diaz-Canel has condemned the U.S. actions. Al Jazeera reports that Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is expected to visit the United States this week to meet with his counterpart, Donald Trump. Media outlets like O Globo and Reuters have indicated the trip, with one source suggesting travel on Wednesday for a meeting the following day. The White House, however, has not yet officially confirmed these reports. Despite an initial period of hostility marked by U.S. tariffs on Brazilian goods and pressure regarding a legal case against former President Jair Bolsonaro, the relationship between the leftist Lula and Trump has reportedly improved. The two leaders previously spoke by phone in January, during which Lula expressed his intention to visit the U.S. and also met on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit in October. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.